Hi. All right. So welcome back. This is going to be a today's topic video. It is going to be for the 25th of November. And as always, this is the series where if you'd like to enter to win a free read with me, you can do so just by writing the word empowered in the comment section, being a subscriber, and giving this video a thumbs up. Those three things in combo get you entered to win. And I do choose one subscriber each week to get a free read with me. I'm going to do something I haven't done in a while. I used to do this a lot on my channel in years past, but I'm going to go silent for just a moment and see what thoughts generate in my skull. So just bear with me a minute. Everything was about tires. First it was car tires, then it was little tiny tires of what turned out to be one of those little, I think they were called the radio flyers, those little red wagons, like the toy wagons that people, kids used to pull around. But it was like it was up in the sky instead of on the ground. So the big thing was somebody's like turning their wheels, but it seems like if somebody is spinning their wheels, but they're not making contact with the ground, it's more like the wheels are turning in their mind for what their hopes, wishes, and dreams might be. And to me, like a wagon is one of those things that we can put items in, but the wagon was empty, very much empty. So I don't know if we've got a character who is starting to think about what their hopes, wishes, and dreams are going to be. We got the death card in the reverse. It's funny because with this death card, we see somebody who's like, at this very futuristic doctor visit, and they're seeing clear lungs, but they're seeing right through something. In this case, I don't think somebody's hopes, wishes, and dreams are completely clear to them. And even though I had that image in my mind of like someone has a little empty wagon and they're kind of like pulling it, toting it across the sky, I feel like with the death card in the reverse, this says either someone hasn't yet transformed enough to start putting their hopes and wishes in their little wagon, meaning like go after their hopes, wishes, and dreams yet. They're not quite ready. They haven't yet cleared some other old garbage out of the way. Scorpio energy there. Let's I'm going to pause and not say anything else. We got 6 of Wands. To have a character who is standing here feeling like, well, I've made a lot of progress. In fact, this almost feels like somebody who's basking in, this is where I am right now. I feel really good about the work I've done. But it's like they haven't taken the success that they gained from one place yet and transformed it into the next avenue of their life. Like, let's put it in the context of money. If we go to work and we work really hard and then we get that good paycheck, how do we best utilize that paycheck? It's as if this person just brags about how much they made, but they haven't yet learned to say, but what I earned was a trade-off for my life energy. And so what do I really have for that life energy? I have a currency that can translate into, if I invest it wisely, I can make more for the energy that I expended. It's not just to brag and be like, oh, I've got so much money. It's, yeah, but what do you do with that money? Just making the money is, that's fine if that's all you want to do, but it's like this person still hasn't seen the bigger picture, which is you worked hard, well done. You got a paycheck, well done. Now, with the success that you've created, what are you going to do with it? Well, let me simplify this and say, what are they supposed to do with it? Because obviously we're kind of like subtly like nudging this person, giving them a shoulder, like, hey, come on, what are you going to do? And I'm like, well, I don't know. What is it that like the universe is saying they should do? 10 of Wands, 4 of Pentacles. Well, first off, and this doesn't have to be money that we're talking about. There's nothing really here that says it's money at all. This 4 of Pentacles is the first time we might potentially think that it has to do with that. No, this is more, I'm just using that as an analogy because I think it's a clearer way to see a storyline till we know what we're talking about. The fact that we've got a character who they have way more potential, but they haven't recognized it yet. Probably because they need to let go of a burden. This could be the burden. Let's go back to that concept of, or the analogy of, say it's somebody who's earned a lot of money now, but they still haven't realized how doors are opening for them with, if they've created abundance, if they're working really hard, if they got themselves through their own ingenuity to this place of prosperity, there is a blockage that they need to address. And that could be like they've finally feel like they made it. Like maybe this person always thought doors were closed to them, then they finally get there, but in their mind they still think that other doors are still going to be closed to them. That mentality needs to be like, let's cut the thread that, or the rope that's them hauling this burden their entire life. This character can be so much more successful than what they're giving themselves credit for. But this is maybe the first time they've reached a pretty significant level of success. But in their mind, it's like they still kind of think, well, I'm proud of myself for doing it. It might have been a fluke, though. And it's like, no, darling, it's because you worked hard. And just this is the tip of the iceberg. You can do so much more. But don't think this is as far as you can go. Don't haul around this idea that I'm only going to be successful for a flash in the pan, and then probably I'll get pulled back downhill. The only way that they're going to get pulled back downhill is if they won't let go of that obstacle that they carry, like this belief that they can never truly be super successful. Yes, this character can. Four of Pentacles does say that they need to hold on and hold back. If they have some great ideas, invest in those. Don't share them with everybody. Keep working on your own ideas. If they need to plan for a future, start saving their money, put aside a nest egg. Definitely that's something for them to do. They don't ever have to slide backwards and be, like desperate again. But they do need to be saving, or they need to be cutting away any negative thoughts that it's always going to be a struggle. I just got lucky this time and I've got a little bit of success. This character needs to cut that away, and they need to start to develop their skill sets quietly. Believe more in themselves. We have the Hierophant in the reverse. Yes, so they're not fully tapped into their higher self. Okay, what do they do to get all tapped into their higher self? There is some other avenue of like their mentality or their mindset that those keys are there to unlock it. We've got the Spirit of Pentacles in the reverse. We've got the Moon. Okay, so first off, I do keep feeling like this is a character who, we're going to keep talking about it like it's monetary, only because it's such a visual, such a good visual. I'm going to say this is a character who might have been raised in poverty. In their mindset, they still have like this concept that I'm never going to be, someone who has enough. When I was a kid, I didn't have enough. I was raised very poor. I never, it was always embarrassing. I didn't have a place to live. We were homeless. We were, there could have been significant struggles. And it's like the key here is that this character still kind of sees themselves as that, and they don't realize it. They don't realize that they keep seeing themselves today through the lens of what they used to know their life to be. It's like, still, I'm not that abundant. I'll never be able to be that abundant. It's like, baby, you already are. You are making your way through this life. But their subconscious is trying to break through and whisper this to them, but they're still unaware. Even though the guide is here and it's like, come on, see yourself as abundant. Don't see this as trees with no leaves on them. Don't see yourself as the Queen of Pentacles in the reverse. See yourself as super abundant with things blossoming all the time. See yourself as having enough and investing it and growing more. See yourself as permanently expanding, not reaching one little height of comfort and then it'll probably collapse again. Everything is encouraging this character to look at that aspect, because they don't realize that they keep limiting their own success through the subconscious thought process. Let me just ask, what is the best way for this? Oh, I'm sorry. I just misread that. That's Seven of Pentacles in the reverse. I read that as the Spirit of Pentacles in the reverse, which is the Queen of Pentacles. So forgive me for that. This would still be them saying, I don't see any more growth, though. I think I've reached my pinnacle. And this keeps saying, no, you have not reached your pinnacle. How does our character connect to their guide that is sitting right there, their ancestors? Somebody is there trying to get them to recognize, sweetheart, you're limiting yourself. You're limiting yourself. Don't limit yourself. How does our character connect with that message that is so desperately trying to come in for them? Nine of Swords. So, first off, they need to probably quit thinking about how the rest of the world views them, not care at all. Nine of Swords is worries, but these worries comes from, how do others see me? Others probably weigh me, and they see me as just a flash in the pan of success, or maybe nobody ever sees me as very successful. I'm never going to be one of the cool kids. This could be somebody who, like their life pattern was, they were bullied, they were, the outcast, they were somebody who was never very well accepted in, their social circle, from childhood onward. Then there was a monetary hurdle to get over. Then there was, just obstacles in life. They never had the money to buy the nice cars. They never, they always worked really hard, but still didn't have extra money. And now they've had some major breakthroughs. They've reached new levels of success, but their mind hasn't caught up with what their ingenuity has actually created. And they still keep thinking nobody sees them as attractive, successful, powerful. That's one of the first things that they've got to address in order to hear the message that their ancestor is here to tell them. That piece of wisdom, which is, babe, what are you afraid of? You're afraid of how others still see you. Don't care about how others see you. The next thing that the ancestor is trying to help them with is Eight of Swords, Two of Swords. You notice how it's all up in their head. Sword, sword, sword. 3 cards all in a row with swords. They are blocking their own blessings. They're ignoring the signs and synchronicities. This character is getting little nudges from their spiritual guides, like, hey, you should do this. Hey, you should put yourself out there and do that. Hey, you should pursue this. It's going to be successful. You have a gift in this. Pursue it. Expand on it. Don't hold it back. But this person keeps putting their little guides in a bird cage. The thing is, the bird cage is open just a little tiny bit, but they need to welcome their little guides to lead them. Also, when it comes to this Two of Swords, and you notice that we have procrastination here. This character doesn't realize how much daylight they're wasting. Ideas come back and forth in their head. Sometimes they own it and they say, I'm going to do this, and then they procrastinate. All of this says this character needs to stop worrying about, will people like what I do? Will they not? Let me get in the minds of other people to predict whether or not they'll like the next thing that I present or the way I pursue my hobbies, my gifts. Let me overthink it all. Let me not listen to my inspiration. This character, I think, is getting download after download of amazing ideas, amazing inspiration, and they get it and they go, yeah, but I mean, how would that come across to others if I did this? If I, this could be somebody who's got 15 different business ideas, and they're just like, I think about it, and then I go, no, I'm not going to run with it. This says they should run with it. They should pursue it. Especially great ideas keep coming into their head. Maybe a repetitious cycle of one keeps coming back in, but they don't take action. They don't take action. They don't take action. And this all says their guide, this wise owl, keeps saying, sweetheart, your subconscious is trying to tell you, listen to those ideas, connect with your subconscious, and get beyond the fears. It's the only thing holding this character back. So what are they going to do? What is this character going to do? We see so much potential here, and I'm so cheering for this character. What are they going to do? We have got 6 of Cups, 8 of Wands, Knight of Swords. Okay, so first off, I think they're going to have a sudden burst. Maybe when they talk to somebody, it could be a friend, it could be a family member, it could be somebody who gives them support. I do think that this character needs support of somebody who's on their team, which is that great song by Lorde, We're on Each Other's Team. I think this character just needs support, maybe from a mother or father figure, maybe from a big sister or brother, maybe from a lover even, but somebody is going to pop into their life, and I think they're going to have a conversation, and I think this person's going to fire up the engine in our lead character, and they're all of a sudden going to say, okay, I'm going to do it, I'm going to go for it, I'm going to try to be the most successful person I possibly can. You think that the ideas that I've got are good ones? You think I can do this? You're giving me that boost. All right, I'm doing it. Yep, tomorrow I'm doing it. I feel like this character is going to suddenly leap forward. They're going to put themselves out there. If there's some particular job that they want to go after, that they were on the fence, like, could I really do it or should I not? Should I pursue this? Heck, should I start my own company? Should I not? I feel like after talking to someone who really supports them and says, you're amazing, you can do anything, I think those are the words that they needed to hear coming from someone that they really care about. This storyline is basically saying, I think it's easy for a character to get in their own head and only measure their worth and value against themselves, and they keep coming up short because they had some pre-patterned idea in their mind of where they could or could not succeed in life, and they needed an outside source to tell them, sweetheart, what are you talking about? Like, look at how much you've done. Look, you can do anything. They needed those words of encouragement. Now, this whole story could be somebody who's giving those words of encouragement to somebody else as well. Let me just ask, who is that soulmate? This could be a lover who comes in. This could be, got an 8 of Pentacles. We got an Empress. It could be a mother figure. It could be a Libra Taurus, by the way, also. Somebody that, man, they got no problem giving tough love. They got no problem saying what's true. But in this case, this character is whoever gives these words of support. They are somebody who is a hard worker themselves. They are somebody who does not lightly give their support. If they don't like something, they'll say it. With that 5 of Swords, this is somebody who has fought many of their own battles. This is somebody who's very blunt, somebody who will shoot holes in people's ideas and be like, that's not a good idea. Let me explain to you why. Boom, 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 boom. And they have life experience. This is like the ultimate consultant, because there's somebody who is not going to sugarcoat. They don't want to give somebody false support or encourage people to go waste their talent, their energy, their money on things that are never going to fly. If they see a flawed business plan, they're going to say, that sucks. No, bad idea because of X, Y, and Z. If you still want to do it, fine, but fix up those holes in your plan first. They are the kind of person that does not pull any punches, but they are so supportive. They really are somebody who says, you've got a great idea. Keep working on it. Keep working toward it. Go after the things that you want. Give birth to the life that you want to nurture. Nobody's entitled to instant success, but if you're going to work hard on this and you've got this real interest and this real love for it, and it's a founded plan, and this is the life that you want to live, give it all you've got. Like, who else is going to nurture the life that you want other than you? It's your baby. I made my baby and I nurture it. You make your baby and you take good care of that baby. Don't let anybody, squash your dreams. Don't let anybody tell you how successful you're allowed to be or how much your baby's allowed to grow. It just kind of feels like this all is, this is some kind of a soulmate. This whole storyline could also be, this could be about a masculine who meets the person that they're going to marry, and she completely believes in this character. I only say that because we do have a masculine here, and then we have a masculine here, and then we have an Empress coming in that might be saying, sweetheart, you can do anything. If that's what you want, you love this, you want to build this kind of a life for us, for you, I'm with you. Of course you can do this. This is such a wonderful, supportive energy, but it's also very realistic. It's not somebody blowing smoke and being like, oh, baby, you're the best. It's all going to work out, sweetie pies. No. This is somebody who's like, I hear it. I get it. I know why you've got concerns, but baby, you can do anything. I've already seen you pull it off. Heck yeah, I'm behind you in this. Let's do this together. It feels like this could be a very supportive Empress who has met a divine masculine that they really believe in, and that they are putting their energy into building a life with this person. So this could be a combination of love blended with, um, friendship blended with business. But boy, it's very supportive. All right, guys, thanks for being here. Take care. Bye bye.